Hello and welcome to the Connected Church News with me, Natchi Lazarus. This week we have news from Apple, Google, Instagram, YouTube, and WhatsApp. This is the show that brings you the top 5 news in 5 minutes, specifically packaged for busy leaders of nonprofits, churches, and ministries. Let's get started. Instagram has launched a new feature where you can create a link below your reel and that can connect to another reel. Announcement says we are excited to announce to you that you can now link reels on Instagram to make it easier for creators to organize your related content and help viewers follow along and discover more of your reels. And they also give you a step by step of how to do it. It's a pretty simple process, not complicated at all. If you are a ministry that teaches people in a series or for a long period of time, like the church that I go to, our pastors teach one topic for a very long time. They go in depth into that topic. For such ministries, this is awesome because you can have part one connecting to part two, connecting to part three. You can lead people through a journey. Now, here is why I think this is a big shift for Instagram, because suddenly there is a link on top of the video. Now, that link could become a link to a website in the future. Who knows? YouTube added new features to YouTube Music as they celebrate the 10th year anniversary of the product. The announcement talked about multiple new features, but two things that I want to highlight to you are the ability for you to share your comments directly on albums and playlists. So they're making it more social, which is a big step because music is a big form of content on YouTube. And when it gets social, it really has an opportunity to go viral. The next thing I wanted to bring to your attention is the ability for you to give badges to the fans. So if you have fans on YouTube Music, you will soon be able to give them badges and encourage them to have more engagement. As churches and ministries, I know for many of you, music is a big part of how you serve the community. So pass this news on to your team. And if you haven't done so in the past, you could also consider uploading your podcasts onto YouTube Music for it to be consumed in the form of audio content. Google made big announcements in the Made by Google annual event 2025, and it included multiple new phones and various other products, and also a lot of information related to AI. The announcement included various devices, including phones like the Google Pixel 10 Pro, Google Pixel 10 Pro Fold, the Pixel Buds, a fifth generation chip, the G5 chip, also a ton of announcements related to AI. So we will link to all this in the show notes. In fact, we will make it easier for you by linking it to a notebook LM note that Google has created with all the announcements. So it's very cool that Google decided to create this AI notebook on Notebook LM to concisely present the announcements related to AI and AI driven products. AI is so dominating the Google ecosystem. A couple of interesting news items about Apple being in conversation with OpenAI and also surprisingly with Google Gemini team about integrating AI into their products. The first news is from Bloomberg that said Apple explores using Google Gemini AI to power their revamped Siri. Now, how is that going to work with Google's products and Google's phone and Apple iPhone and the whole AI ecosystem? I don't know how this is going to work, but it's very interesting that Apple is in early discussions about using Google Gemini to power Siri voice assistant. And the other news is from TechCrunch that talked about Apple getting ready for AI in the enterprise with new ChatGPT configuration options. This is going to be more for the enterprise users, where Apple will give them an option to access OpenAI's enterprise edition inside the Apple phone ecosystem. WhatsApp is adding new features to their group calling facility, trying to replace your Zoom and Google Meets. This announcement talks about very useful features where if you're planning a group call, you can now schedule the call and invite groups to join by pressing the plus button on your call tab and scheduling a call. So people can easily schedule a call. And once they are scheduled, you can also manage all your incoming calls in the calls tab. You can see a list of attendees, you can see the call links and so on. And now the call links will also get an upgrade with the call link creator receiving a notification when someone joins the call. The other feature that makes it get closer to Zoom is the ability for you to raise your hands and indicate that you like to speak, or send a reaction to take part without interrupting, just like Zoom. If you need the source links or need more details about any of the stories, just DM me at Natchi Lazarus on Instagram. We'll make sure we get you all the answers. I'll see you next week with another set of news items. Until then, you stay connected and stay blessed. God bless you. Bye bye.